We're having our big ranchers dinner tonight. It's when all our friends from neighboring ranchers come over. They bring all their kids, and we just hang out and have a night of food, fun, and fellowship. We have steak and potatoes every year. I decided to whip together some twice-baked potatoes. I've baked several, and I mean several, potatoes in the oven. But before I put them in the oven, I rubbed the skins with canola oil, and that just helps them hold together a little better and makes them a little prettier at the end. Then I halved them, let them cool just for a few minutes, and I'm scooping out the shells. I leave a little bit of a border just to give them some support. Then I'm gonna have this huge bowl of potato, and that's where all the good stuff's gonna go. Now I'm in here getting ready for the food part. My husband's outside getting ready for everything else. One of the things I love adding to my twice-baked potatoes is thick cut bacon. So all this bacon is going to distribute nicely. It won't be excessive, I promise. Well, it won't be too excessive anyway. I'm adding 6 sticks of butter to these potatoes. Now, I did a little math, and I baked 24 potatoes. That translates to 48 potato halves, and I'm adding 48 tablespoons of butter to the potatoes. So each potato half will only wind up with 1 tablespoon of butter. So if you think of it that way, it won't seem so overwhelming. And I'm gonna put the bacon on top of it to hide the evidence. All right, 6 total cups of shredded cheese. I'm gonna save 3 cups for the finished potatoes, and I'll add 3 cups now. I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of milk. And this will just make the potatoes nice and moist and soft. And then, shield your eyes again, sour cream. Fortunately, I'm not easily shocked when it comes to ingredients like this. Chopped green onions adds a nice sharpness. Little more salt and pepper, because really, you're having to season a lot of potatoes here. And the potatoes in this area don't come pre-seasoned. And then just a sprinkling of seasoned salt. You can make your own seasoned salt if you want. Things like paprika, onion powder, onion salt, garlic powder, or you can just buy this. Okay, now I've got to mix this together. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but wish me luck. I'm going in. I think I probably needed a bigger bowl. I'm just gonna fold in the bulk of the ingredients. And now I'll grab the masher. My friend Hyacinth, who's coming to dinner tonight, always digs in and mixes her twice-baked potatoes with her hands. I thought I'd spare myself the agony. Okay, I finally got it mixed together. All right, I've got the shells ready to go. They really held their shape nicely. And then I just scoop the filling into each shell. Because I added so many ingredients to the potatoes, I'll wind up with way more filling than I need. One reason twice-baked potatoes are so perfect for parties, aside from the fact that they're totally delicious, is that you can make them way in advance. You can make them early in the day, stick them in the fridge, and then when the guests arrive, just pop them in the oven. I've made them the day before too, and it saves a lot of time on party day. Now, I'm not pulling off this rancher's dinner by myself. My sister-in-law, Missy, who lives over that way, is making brownies for dessert. She gets the fun job. I've almost got all the potato halves filled. This is very strenuous work. Fortunately, I've been taking little tastes of the potato mixture all along. It has sustained me. Yeah, I thought I'd have a lot of extra filling, but it appears I've eaten it all. Okay, I've got the rest of this shredded cheese. And before I put these in the fridge, I'm just gonna sprinkle the tops. Last I checked, the kids were supposed to be icing down the drinks, so I'm gonna stick these in the fridge and go see if they're doing their work. I'm gonna make roasted Parmesan potatoes. I sliced some russet potatoes. They're about, oh, I don't know, what's that? About a 1/4 inch thickness. All right, and then I'm gonna add some salted melted butter. Oh my goodness. And now come the seasonings. So garlic powder, probably about 1/2 teaspoon. and onion powder and smoked paprika. You guys excited about this fancy dinner that I'm pulling together?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes. Oh. Okay, and these are roasted Parmesan potatoes, so I'm gonna add Parmesan cheese. I might hold a little bit back. And then plenty of coarse sea salt and lots of pepper. Okay, and then these just have to get tossed together. Roasted potatoes. I'm gonna make a delicious steak recipe next. What a winning combination. I need to stop saying I mean, because I realized recently that's a very Southern thing to say. Don't you think? When people
You're
say,
a Southern
I
woman.
mean, I'm not Southern, but it's this part of the country. I have a godmother, sorry, Leela. I have a godmother that says I mean to everything. I mean. Okay, so look at the potatoes page. They're totally coated in bliss and wonder. So I'm gonna put them onto a greased baking sheet. And while I'm here, I'm gonna crank up this iron skillet, and you'll see why in a second. So the secret to this potato recipe is to get them all spread out into one single layer. So you don't wanna have any overlapping. And if you do, they will be ruined. No, they won't be ruined. Okay, so see Paige, they're all in a single layer, no overlapping.
Yes.
I think just for good measure, I'm gonna sprinkle on some more sea salt. You cannot have enough salt when it comes to potatoes like this. Whee! Okay, so let's go put these in the oven, Paige. I'm gonna roast the potatoes at 450 degrees for about 18 to 20 minutes until they're super crisp. I have high, high hopes.
Oh.
Ooh, those look good. Okay, so I'm gonna get these onto a platter. I've got a clang, clang, clang. I have a selection of platters, and they are all noisy. I've never met a quiet platter in my life. Okay, get these on here. Look at all of this delicious Parmesan though. Oh. And you don't want to get these crisp like potato chips. If you want that, just buy a bag at the grocery store. These are like roasted and tender, and I would still be tempted to dip these in ketchup.
No, that's a crime.
Oh, we
That
have a
is a crime.
ketchup hater on the premises, I
Oh,
forgot.
it's ketchup.
Okay, I'm gonna grab some parsley and just pull off some leaves. I'm too lazy to even chop it. Delicious.
Beautiful.
Okay, the potatoes are done. Thin and crispy waffle fries. I've just been getting the potatoes ready. I cut the potatoes and then I soaked them in water for an hour just to remove the starch. Now before I fry the potatoes, I need to pat them really dry. There's a little bit of a knack to cutting the potatoes. Let me walk you through it. I cut the end off of a potato. Then using a mandolin with the crinkle slicer, I cut down. The first slice is always a crinkle. I rotated the potato 90 degrees, cut down, and there it was, a thin waffle fry. Just be very careful with that mandolin. It is sharp. So I kept going, cutting and rotating until I had a big pile. For the first stage of frying, I'm gonna put the potatoes in vegetable oil that's been heated to 260 degrees, and I'm just gonna fry them for 2 minutes for the initial stage. No matter what kind of fries I make, I always fry them twice. Okay, the potatoes have had their first fry. They're really soft, so I'm gonna take them out of the oil and let them drain. All right, I'm gonna turn the heat up under the pot, and I'm gonna heat the oil to 325, and then I'll return the potatoes to the pot for another 3 minutes. Okay, the potatoes are ready to come out. I stopped short of them getting too brown. They are beautifully golden. These are so thin, they're on the verge of being potato chips. Now what makes these fries extra delicious is this simple seasoning mix. Let me tell you how to throw it together. Okay, seasoning mix coming right up. I added a teaspoon of seasoned salt to a bowl, along with half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of black pepper, a fourth a teaspoon of garlic powder, a fourth a teaspoon of onion powder, an eighth of a teaspoon of cayenne, and mixed it together. I will get these fries onto a platter. Ooh, they look amazing. It's sour cream and onion dip, made with half a cup of mayo, half a cup of sour cream, a teaspoon of Dijon, fourth a teaspoon of garlic powder, fourth a teaspoon of onion powder, fourth a teaspoon of black pepper, the same amount of salt, a tablespoon of chopped chives, and you guessed it, everything is mixed together. A few stirs and the dip is done. This dip is the perfect partner for these fries. I'm making twice-baked potato casserole. It's pretty much everything that's wonderful about twice-baked potatoes, but in casserole form. Now, of course, twice-baked potatoes in any form have to have bacon, so I fried up a bunch, and I just need to chop it up. You know, you can use store-bought bacon bits for twice-baked potatoes, but I think nothing is like bacon you fry yourself, particularly when you're cooking for cowboys. They detect things like this. They might run me out of town if they find out I used artificial bacon pieces. Okay, I got the bacon all chopped. I'll let that sit for a sec. Now I've got to add a lot of butter to this casserole because I baked a lot of potatoes. So I've got 4 sticks of softened butter. I want it to be really, really soft. Then when the warm potato mixture goes in, it melts really quickly. Okay, and 4. Then a whole container of sour cream. Everyone likes sour cream with potatoes, let's face it. Okay, now for the potatoes. I've got 16 big baking potatoes, and I rubbed them in a little bit of vegetable oil and then baked them at 400 for about an hour. They're nice and tender, very hot. So I'll just cut it in half. Ooh, nice and hot. And I'll use a little towel so it won't be too hot in my hands. And I like to use just a big tablespoon to slowly scrape the insides out. Okay, that's the last potato scooped, and I've got nice little flecks of potato skin all throughout. So now I'll season all of this. It's a lot of potato, so it needs a good amount of salt, and of course, plenty of black pepper. And then I also like to add some seasoned salt. It just adds a few different flavors, a little bit of extra saltiness. All right, that looks great. Now I'll throw in all of this delicious bacon. Okay, now the green onions go in. I also grated a lot of cheese, a couple of cups of cheddar jack, and I'll sprinkle that over the top. And then I definitely need some milk in here so that everything will mix together well. So I'll just pour in a couple of cups of milk. All right, now I just need to break out my muscles. I've got a potato masher, and I'll just go right in and smush all this together. This takes a little while. There are a lot of ingredients in here. The potatoes don't have to be completely smooth, but I don't want there to be any huge chunks. Okay, looks perfect. Get the extra off. Now I'm gonna put all of this into a big foil container. I think it'll all fit. Whenever I'm making twice-baked potatoes for a crowd, it can get a little much to refill the skins after the mixture is done. This is the perfect solution. Just put it into a big pan, warm it up, and it's ready to serve. This looks amazing. There is not a cowboy on the ranch or a kid on the ranch that won't go crazy for this. Okay, now I'll just smooth out the surface. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is a great dish to make if you're having a big party because you can actually make it the day ahead and pop it in the oven when you're ready. I wasn't that organized. I did it the same day. Okay, now I'm gonna sprinkle more cheese over the top. The potato mixture has plenty inside, but I like for the top to have a nice layer of melted cheese. This is cheddar jack, but you can use all cheddar, all jack, or you could do pepper jack. That's always delicious too. Okay, now this just needs to go back into the oven for about 30 minutes until it's warmed through. So So I'm gonna show you some delicious things to make and take along with you. All of these are sort of things that can accompany meals that your host may be planning. I'm gonna start with grilled potato salad, and I'm gonna start by introducing Paige's friend from college, Claire.
Hello.
Hi, Claire.
Our special guest.
I really needed some more help up in this joint, so thank you for joining us, Claire. We're
Thank
gonna
you
have
for
some
having me.
fun today. Do you like grilled potato salad?
Love grilled potato salad.
Why did I have a feeling she was gonna say that? Okay, so I started by boiling some small yellow potatoes until they were just starting to get tender, and then I cut them in half. So they've already started cooking. We don't have to worry about grilling them from the raw state. And then I'm gonna sprinkle in plenty of salt. If there's one thing this group knows, we gotta have salt on our potatoes. And pepper. So Claire,
Yes.
do you keep an eye on Paige at college?
I 100% keep an eye on Paige in college.
Okay.
I also keep an eye on Claire.
Yes, we keep an eye on each other.
You need to keep an eye on her here too.
Yes, everywhere we go, we keep an eye on each other.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep tossing these until the potatoes are totally coated, and then I'm gonna throw them on the grill pan, grill them till they're nice and brown, and then take them off the pan. See you on the other side. Someone hit fast forward. All right, this is looking yummy.
Those look good.
Yeah,
I would just eat those how they are.
yeah, that's true.
I think they're grilled enough.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Eek. Last one, man down. All right, Alex, look at the grilled potatoes. And you can imagine if you use like an outdoor grill, they can really get some great color on them. I kind of stopped short and I stuck with the golden brown type of grill marks. So I'm gonna make the dressing for the grilled potato salad, and the whole point is you wanna make the dressing and toss the potatoes while they are still nice and hot. So it's a creamy dressing, and it starts with mayonnaise and sour cream. And then I've got some buttermilk and a whole bunch of yummy things to add. Claire, are you having fun yet?
Yes, so much fun.
So we're sure now you're gonna know how to make grilled potato salad for all those parties you're gonna go to this summer.
Exactly. That would be perfect.
Some vinegar and some hot sauce. And then in the herb realm, I've got some fresh dill and a bunch of chopped fresh chives. I love herby, creamy dressings. Enter ranch. I love ranch dressing. I love it more and more ever since I've had my teenage boys. Bryce Drummond, my son, in case you didn't know who my son was, dips his steak in ranch, believe it or not.
Next ranch on everything.
Oh, there's no lid for the
He dips everything in ranch.
That's okay, you know what? There's no lid for the mason jar, but I'm just gonna use a fork. That's what I intended to do anyway, so it's all good. I had this planned all along. Okay, so look out. This is pretty much kind of a creamy, spicy ranch. Really delicious. Okay, and yep, I didn't forget to add anything. What a miracle. Okay, so the other thing about the potato salad is that I'm gonna use cool veggies. So I'm gonna add some chopped onions and some chopped red bell pepper. And the star of the show, it even overshadows the potatoes, chopped bacon. And then I'll sort of give it a little toss. And then you just take the dressing and pour it over. And I usually stop short and kind of add about 3/4 of the dressing until I toss everything together, and then I can kind of judge if it needs more or not. So just toss away. How yummy is this?
Actually, that's really good.
I think potato salads, this is controversial, so don't tell anyone I said this. I think they're kind of mediocre a lot of the time, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, good potato salad is wonderful, but it just can be so plain. So not only is the dressing delicious, but those grill marks on the potatoes add such amazing flavor. Okay, so then a little more herbs. I think that was the perfect amount of dressing. This is gorgeous, guys. Now the key is to make this early in the day or the day before you need it, and then cover it and pop it in the fridge and let it cool with all the dressing. I'm telling you what, this potato salad is gonna change your life.